I'm on the last boss, Ratchet and Clank, and I haven't picked it up in a while. And
So just beat the game.
I was getting my ass kicked. That's why I put it down. So now I'm really rusty.
Oh, let's say you could literally just pick the game up, fight the last boss, beat it, and be like, okay, I played for the month and I beat the game too. When you're on the show, be like, I beat the game, and just pretend like you did it this month. That's who I am. I beat the games,
And then I get to play like the first like 5 feet of Bloodborne, and then be too nervous to move forward. It is kind of cool though. If you're, huh?
I like the wet nurse.
Wet nurse.
It's a boss.
All right, you are super clear right now.
Yeah, you look great.
I
remember when I first started playing it, I was just fresh out of Dark Souls 2, playing that a shitload, and everybody's like, this boss so hard, this boss so hard. The first boss beat him my first try. Second boss so hard, second boss so hard. Father or Priest Gascon or Gaspon, whatever the fuck his name is. People were talking about how fucking difficult that dude was. I barely did it, but I beat him on my first try. He was pretty rough, but I still beat him on my first try. I almost had a heart attack too, and I saved it on my PS4 because I knew people weren't going to believe me, because online people were like, this guy's fucking impossible. Third dude, fucking people were like, this guy's really hard. I beat him. Fourth dude, fucking, it might be the fourth one or fifth one, I don't know, but they said the same thing. I was like, I beat him. And then the next one I'm reading, I was reading up the area, and people were like, okay, this boss coming up, there's no details about it. They're like, this one's really easy. You just gotta watch some attacks and fight him. And I was like, fighter. And I was like, and it's funny, as soon as I read that, when they're like, this fight's really easy, I'm like, watch, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. That'd be funny.
The shapeshifter one, or whatever, in the building with the pillars or whatever.
I don't know if it's a shapeshifter, but it's a big ass fucking wolf woman in a cathedral.
Yeah.
Who screams a lot.
I watched you fight that one.
She's fucking, ah! I'm like, that game's horrifying. So Dark Souls is already a creepy game, but it's like tonally dark.
You're gonna be playing that with your headphones too.
It's gothic and tonally dark, but Bloodborne is fucking creepy and like bloody and drippy, and like, because it's that time period where everybody's like, it was already like everyone's got the plague anyway. So like it's just got this whole essence to it that's really just kind of like fucking bleak and gross.
You're gonna give yourself a heart attack with your new headset.
Dude, well, I don't have fucking same issues I used to have, but I still probably will, because I like to get in my own head. But yeah, I fought her. She beat my ass. I was like, she's the easy one? I was like, yeah, she's real easy. I was like, everybody else was easy. This chick's hard as fuck. Why am I the opposite of everybody? So in that game, when people are like, that one's easy, I'm like, fuck, okay, I gotta get ready. No, this one's hard. I'd be like, okay. Seems to be this fucking the case in a lot of games. We're like, this one's hard. Yeah, that one's easy. Yeah. Get my ass kicked. Okay, Plus Club for February. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Plus Club for February, the show where we play the games offered for us on PlayStation Plus for free, play them throughout the month, and talk about it at the end of the month, and we hope you guys also play those games. Come back and tell us your opinions as well. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
I'm Chris.
And today we're going to be talking about Knack and Rime, the games for February, but just letting you know that we're in a new month now. So the games are Bloodborne and Ratchet and Clank. Make sure to play those, and we're going to do this all over again at the end of this month. Also, our game of the month now is Enter the Gungeon, right? Enter the Gungeon. If you missed out, though, yesterday we did Game of the Month. We played Ark all throughout February. Make sure to check that out if you missed it. But Enter the Gungeon is our game for March. Let's talk about it real quick because we didn't do it yesterday. What are we feeling about all three of these games?
Well, I bought Ratchet and Clank when it came out, so...
So we got a seasoned vet, is what he's saying.
So it's safe to say
show us the ropes.
I have a bit of a preference on that one already.
Yeah. It's like me in Just Cause 3. I was like, oh, shit.
Owned Bloodborne at one point in time.
Oh, yeah.
But I ended up trading that one in. So, not because I didn't like it, though. I wasn't playing it. So, and
it's the Chevys. I respect it and I like it, but I will not touch it.
I can't play that game, and now I have to try to.
He has to play it.
And then Enter the Gungeon I love, so this will be fun.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm apprehensive about that. When you first said it, like, I was just like, but it was more so like I was trying to register what game it was. Because I was like, what are we talking about here? I'm excited to revisit Enter the Gungeon. It'll be a fun game to play. I'm sure Josh will be fucking thrilled.
He does like roguelikes a lot.
Yeah, a lot. Best one is fucking Rogue Legacy. That's my favorite roguelike game. I like the charm of it in the word jokes. Anyway, this game is going to be cool to play again. Bloodborne, I'm fucking stoked to play that again. I played it when it came out, bought it. Still have my copy, so I guess I'm going to have 2 digital copies now. Is that how it works, right? I get 2. I can give one out, right?
Wouldn't that be cool?
But the game's awesome. I love it. I'm already telling you right now. I'm just going to play it more. I'm going to love it. I have an excuse to play it further. And I'll probably stream it for you guys who've been telling me I should be playing Dark Souls and streaming it. Well, you might get Bloodborne this month instead. But Dark Souls will come. And what's the other game? Ratchet and Clank. I watched you play it. It's not a game I would normally... I almost did buy it because I heard a lot of good reviews and I wanted to kind of like support it. Guess I am forced to play it now, and I wanted to, so I'm excited to try it.
It's also a reboot of the story, so it's good for you.
Yeah. So I mean, this is gonna be a good month, in my opinion, if I have fucking time to play the goddamn games, which I will make time. But all 3 sound awesome. Chris, thoughts?
I'm excited to play Bloodborne. Very excited, actually. It's a game I've been thinking about buying for an extended period of time. Since I really enjoyed Dark Souls 3 and Neo, so I'm excited. Enter the Gungeon, I've watched a lot of people play, and I'm excited to play that too, just because of the zaniness of it. And Ratchet and Clank, I've played a couple of them before, and they are okay. So I'm just kind of meh about that for the moment.
Yeah, you sound kind of like me. Like, I look at Ratchet and Clank. I don't really have a problem with it, but it's not really my kind of game. I just look at it, I'm like, I don't know. But this new one, I don't know. I thought it looked really good, and it's probably a good time to, like, if you feel like you kind of missed out on the last one, not missed out, but like missed something, like it wasn't really for you. Maybe this one will be new enough and fresh enough to kind of pique your interest enough to play it. I'm hoping that will be the case for me.
Well, and Ratchet and Clank's kind of interesting too, because like the first one and the second one were like, one, it was an okay game, a little bit better game, and then Ratchet and Clank 3 was like,
that's what everybody says.
Super good.
It's the curse of me playing a game, and I'm like, yeah, it's okay. And people are like, no, you didn't play the right one.
I'm like Kingdom Hearts.
Everything I'm not into, someone's like, you didn't play the right one. I'm like, why can't I just play the right one first ever?
And then they kind of started like shotgunning Ratchet and Clanks, and yeah, there were some good ones in there, but they needed the break, and as playing the newest one, it showed that the break was a good thing. So,
what do you guys think about the Spyro remasters?
Curious to see them. I actually never. I only ever played Spyro demo discs.
I played the original Spyro a little bit, and it was neat back then.
Yeah, and people seem to love it, so I feel like I kind of missed out on that one. So it'll be interesting to see.
Me and you definitely missed out on that. We didn't obviously we're brothers, so we lived in the same place. We didn't have that game.
Yeah.
Well, I think I played the demo too. I was jumping around on little islands and shit. It was a platform. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But like everyone I know who like also had a PlayStation back then fucking loved it. Mm-hmm. So, Chris.
Copious hours of my childhood are dedicated to that game, not by me playing it, but by watching other people play it. It didn't really pique my interest too much, but I've seen almost all of them.
I feel like you don't like platformers.
I do. It's just very few and far in between. Like, I really like Crash Bandicoot. Really like that game. But Spyro never did it for me.
Yeah.
I played a lot of Gax. Or Gex.
Gex.
Gax.
Yeah.
Gax, yeah.
Gex.
Gax all over the place.
With my dad. But that one was kind of more of like a weird, zany platformer.
PlayStation had some weird platformers.
Yeah.
This isn't Tastecast. We should probably not be doing this. But Chris is kind of on the same page I am. I'm not a huge platformer fan. I like the N64 era, and I like a couple now. Actually, it's starting to grow, so I don't know if my tastes are changing or what. But fucking, I've noticed I've been liking platformers more as I've gotten older. But yeah, we're here to talk about Knack and Rime. I was like, let's just talk,
That's
dude.
the rumor.
I'm sure, especially our regulars that hang out and like to talk don't mind us sitting here just fucking shooting the shit. But we have a job to do, and that job is to talk about the 2 games we played this month, Knack and Rime. I think we should probably talk about Rime first, since it's not the like big title that Knack was supposed to be, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so for people who didn't play it, Rime is kind of in the same vein as like any type of journey game where you explore a landscape that kind of has a free form to it. You solve puzzles to progress forward and tells kind of a visual story. Think I nailed that? And yeah, it, in my opinion, takes some pretty heavy influence from anything by Team Ico. It reminded me a lot of all their games immensely. And yeah, who wants to start on their impressions of the game?
Because I think mine will probably be the most predictable. I will go first.
Okay. It's a walk forward game.
It is a walk forward. No, you do a little more than walk forward in this game. The game's very puzzle heavy, and it does have a huge specifically Ico feel, I'd say. Has an interesting art style.
There's a button where he yells, man. Just like Ico.
There's a yelling button. There's a person that you will be walking, and all of a sudden they walk away, and you go, and they're gone, and you're constantly following them, and
and the Firefox, the web browser, are you fucking chasing after?
Yes. That always is standing where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
My overall impression of the game is it's okay. It has some stuff I appreciated about it, but overall I found myself bored playing it. I'm not huge into solving a million puzzles back to back. I'm not.
He's saying he hates it, and he hates you if you like it.
And I'm not huge on just wandering around. The music, if there was any, because I don't remember it, was
a pretty quiet game.
Yeah, it wasn't very memorable for me, and the whole time I was just thinking I was playing a very weird version of Ico. So I didn't hate it, but I would not go out of my way to play it either. So that is the gist of it for me.
I wanted to talk about this game first because I also don't have a whole lot to say on it. And I'm almost going to sound negative, but I really don't mean to. First and foremost, when I played this game, I instantly could tell that it was a fucking love letter to Team Ico. It was a passion project of people who were highly influenced by that. And if they weren't, I think they're lying, or they just fucking live in an alternate dimension where they pretty much made Ico. Because it takes so much influences in the world, the way it's built. Like, obviously visually it doesn't look the same. It looks pretty close. And it's indie developed, it looks like, I think. But it has a lot of things that are nods to it, which I think is cool. But I think that's about as far as it goes when it comes to how interesting it is for me. Because outside of that, it's a passable visual adventure game with some more advanced like terrain climbing to solve puzzle type stuff, which kind of reminds me of Shadow of the Colossus a little bit. But there was nothing about it that fucking really did anything for me. I just kind of looked at it, and if it was like a friend of mine who made it, I'd be like, that's really cool, dude, that you made that. But like as like a game like it is, there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing about it that really fucking, I was like, I gotta get further in this game. I gotta know. The one thing that these type of games typically have that really gets me going, and it's really easy to do this for me, is they have like whimsical fucking music and beautiful visuals that I'm just like, holy shit, I love the way this looks. Let's keep going. This music is really telling me that we're going on this journey that really matters. And this game was mostly like, I remember I started playing it, and I'm just like running around this open area, and I was like, where the fuck am I going? And I saw the lights. I'm like, okay. And I go over there, and you'd like grab the thing, and there's some small basic puzzles, and then like you'd get a little further, and you find the dog, and it's all fucking, and you're just like, okay, I'm gonna go with this, get this way. And I was playing it more like you would take like a fucking like a comb and rake through one of those Japanese Zen gardens.
Zen garden, yeah.
Just to kind of, I'm sitting here anyway, might as well do this. Like, I'm really not trying to sound negative because I don't think it's bad. I just don't also think it really. I played it because I should for the show, and I was streaming it, and I know Almixai and Jeremy and a bunch of you guys were watching, and apparently a lot of them liked the game. They've played it or they watched somebody else play it before. And yeah, I have nothing negative to say about it, but it really, I mean, I don't know, man. You've had a Pepsi fucking every day of your life, and fucking you have another one. You just do it because you know it's gonna taste good, but it's not special. There's nothing to it, man. bubbles, fucking sweet stuff. The game's just another game. I don't know. That's it. I have no strong feelings on it, man. It was just cool. I'm glad they made it, and it's not a bad game, but I just got nothing to say on it, man.
Going into this game, I had no idea what to expect. But once I got rolling into it, it definitely reminded me of Journey. Sans my Stranger Danger experience with Journey. It's really hard to get beyond the fact that it feels very heavily like a Journey game with a little more interactivity because you're solving more puzzles.
Yeah.
The yelling, I mean, it was cute for a little while, and like if there's nothing to interact with, you press the yell button, the little kid hums a song of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a few trophies to collect here and there. I got like a fox one and a pig one and a pinwheel one, and there's some sort of discs to collect. But I kept finding myself thinking like, okay, this is the end of the game, and it just kept going and going, and it feels like that it should have just kind of ended.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just kind of feels like it's just dragging on whatever this supposed story is of who knows what, really, because there's no narrative.
This game was the video game equivalent of when I climbed Mount Eleanor, aside from the feeling of achievement when I actually got to the top. Because fucking when I was going up that goddamn mountain, I'd see the fucking top. I swear it was the top. I'm like, we're almost fucking there. And then I'd crest over that, and there's more mountain. I'm like, how the fuck's that work? I'm like, okay, there's the top, and we keep going up. I'm tired and shit. And then we get over the top, and there's more mountain. I'm like, where the fuck are they hiding this at, man? And then we go further up, and we go over that. I'm like, there's still more fucking mountain. It's 6,000 feet, so obviously there's going to be plenty of mountain. But this game was the same thing, like what you're saying. Like I would find the fence line or the gate line, and I'd like be like, okay, what's behind here? It opens up. There's a whole new area. I'm like, okay. And then I find another one, and it's a whole new area. And then I see the tower. I'm getting close. I swear I'm about to enter it, and then I'm in a whole new area. I'm like, how much land does this guy own? Whoever built this place. It's an oil tycoon. The game's about big money, baby. Anything else?
I can't really speak negatively or positively on the game.
Favorite feature of the game? I don't know, I'm quizzing you.
I like being able to yell at fires and make them light up.
Yeah.
Pigs.
Pigs.
Yeah.
Was there a pig? Oh, yeah, the pigs. Feeding the pig.
Peach pumpkins and throw them to the pigs.
That's
Yeah,
a feature.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part. I want to see more of that. That didn't happen. Let me down.
I like the gold orb that you roll around to shift between day and night.
I didn't get that far.
There's a
I
circle
might have.
on
I
the
don't remember
ground,
it, though.
And it's got a huge golden sphere. And you push the sphere, and as you push it, the sun and the moon rotate.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
I don't think I got there.
I got as far as throwing the pumpkins over the thorn patches or whatever, and they'd rush through to go get the pumpkin, and then I could advance. So
Right.
I just fucking walked up and dropped it.
that's
And
my first pig.
I don't remember a second pig, and I got further than that. Way further. So apparently I didn't fucking find that second pig. But that first pig, I was just like, here you go, you fucking pig. And I just dropped it at my feet, and it's just like, just like came up and started sucking it down. And I was like, I just walked around it. So I wanted to go a little deeper on that one, but
That's disgusting.
I'll drink more water to fuck my throat up. Anyway, the weird breathing pig fucking ate the pumpkin. That was the puzzle for me. But I don't remember that second one. I got as far as the part where you're pretty much trying to drown yourself. There's like a pool around a tree, and there's two keys. I found the first one. It was like just like sitting there out in the open with a big sign. It's like key here. I'm like, okay, well, that was easy. And I put the key in. And the second one, I ran all over the fucking place. I'm like, where is it? And I swam underwater, and I just hung out down there a lot until my guy was like fucking letting fucking death take him. It was just getting darker and darker, and I was like, I probably shouldn't end the game like this. So I just,
One of those keys was the part I was just talking about.
so you got further than me?
It sounds like we just went a different direction.
Okay.
For keys, because
That
that's
apparently-
where I stopped.
Apparently, did you get the first one?
I got the one you get there, and then one of the side path ones.
Yeah, I didn't fucking do that at all. So yeah, I got to that pool and I just decided it was a good place to drown, and I quit the game there. I played the game for like an hour or two though. I mean, it wasn't fucking like a goddamn. Man, I thought I would have played further than you. I felt like I played that game for 6 days.
I mean, it felt like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recommendations?
Yeah, let's recommend it to people. I think the obvious one here is any kind of visual progressive game or games like Jeremy. Hi, Jeremy. Journey. Games like Jeremy, French Canadian. Yeah, any game like Journey, if you're into those type of games, you're probably going to dig this game. If you like the Ico games, Team Ico games, Shadow of the Colossus, Last Guardian, never played it, but it seems pretty similar. You'll probably dig this game. If you like third-person adventure games that are more puzzle-based, you'll probably dig this game. It's not Uncharted, although if it was, it'd be great. And yeah, I mean, that's much that I got. Anything you guys want to add to that?
Adventure games, puzzle games, and games where you feed pigs.
Pigs that breathe really creepy at your feet. Chris, anything?
I mean, if you're looking to stretch out a length of time for longer than it feels like,
Yeah. I can get behind that. If you're that person out there who's like, I like to fucking waste time. How can I do it today? Feeding pigs. Find some real pigs. That'd be a lot cooler. Let's grade it. I think I graded. Well, that was yesterday. Never mind. Chevy, grade it.
C minus. Gonna go C minus because I think it is a passing game. I don't think it's bad, but it is also, in my opinion, forgettable. So, I think for any redeeming feature that is in the game, there is other features that just don't matter. So, I don't know. If you guys have been following the channel for a while, especially when it comes to Plus Club and we get a adventure game, I tend to struggle. So, I'm probably not the best person to be recommending these type of games to people anyways. So
Yeah, two patterns. If you walk forward in a game and there's music, Chevy's probably not going to be into it. And if you walk forward and fucking horrible monsters come out and try and kill you and you fucking are trying to survive while hitting them back, he doesn't want to play that either. So
and I have to
imagine
this
now
one.
Chevy playing some sort of game with this cute little character. It's a very grim and dark world. It's like dingle, dangle, dingle, monsters.
that's Chevy's fucking nightmare. Is he's fucking flowing around in Journey, just fucking, and he's fucking just like, the fucking thing comes out, fucking screaming and fucking swinging at him. He's like, I hate this game. I can't play it. Someone make that game.
Or not.
Chris.
I'm going to give it probably a C plus, just because I think visually it's interesting and the gameplay is there if someone is looking for some sort of, walk forward, solve puzzles type game. It's just, there's not much else to it.
Yeah.
That is the problem. I mean, there is some sort of story there represented in visual, pictures and cues and things like that. But beyond that, there's nothing.
It definitely feels like just like an indie game someone made, and like it's passable, but like it doesn't have like, I don't know, anything to really pull you to it. It doesn't really stand on its own all too well.
There's nothing really meaty about it.
Yeah, for sure. I feel that. I'm gonna meet both you fuckers right in the middle with a C. Passing, completely average. The most average, most fucking passing, completely fine game ever. Nothing wrong with it in the worst way possible. Yeah, I've already pretty much stated my opinion on it. C, I think C is perfect. I don't want to go any lower than that. I don't want to go any higher than that. I feel safe at C. Feel safer than Chevy when he's not playing Soulsborne games. And Chevy feels very safe when he's not playing those games. When he's comfy sitting there playing Persona 5, not worrying about hitboxes.
Instead, just have flashy colors and sequences happening constantly. I'm having a blast then.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time for Chevy. Nice menus. You can just decide what you want to do. You don't have to fucking worry about.
I love me a turn-based game.
Getting stuck in a corner and your camera's not working right, and the fucking guy's toes about to smash you because he's fucking cramming you in there.
One of these months, we're gonna get Civ 5, and I'm gonna be thrilled.
I actually had an idea. I want to get us all together and play. It's talked about this in the Discord. Just do like fucking like on a Saturday, like play like early in the day and just do a full fucking game of Civ.
We'll be lucky to finish it.
That's what I'm saying. But it'd be fun just to play Civ for like the whole fucking day and stream it.
It would be the whole day. I would need like a couple bottles of wine or a case of beer to get through that.
You're gonna get fucked up. That's like old school. That's like how they actually did lead back in the day. That's how war started.
See, I'll start out diplomatic, but then I'll get drunk and I'll be like, fuck it, they're dying.
You watch Game of Thrones, everybody's constantly refilling their glasses while deciding whether to fucking kill people off. Anyway.
It'd be down to play Civ. It definitely would have to be planned, though.
Yeah.
That's a big game to casually play, so.
I'm about to casually play right fucking now. I don't give a shit.
See you in the morning.
Let us know in the comments. Everybody graded it, right? C+, C-, C. Yeah. Let us know in the comments what you thought about... What's it called?
Rime.
Obviously, I know a lot of you guys liked it, but let me know what you thought of it. Did you play it? Did you not play it? Why haven't you played it? Do you want to play it? And yeah, let me know whatever the fuck you're thinking about when it comes to Rime. We are all over the place on this episode, but it's fun. All right, the second game we played this month was a game called Knack, a game that came out around the time the PS4 actually launched. I think it was a launch title. Or it was early on.
Yeah, I can't remember at this point.
In case you didn't get a chance to play it or you never heard of this game, Knack is pretty much your basic action platformer type game. Seemed like an early attempt at Sony trying to get like a family or kid friendly game out when the console's coming out. Same as like Killzone, Shadowfall came out when the console came out because they needed a shooter. It seemed like something they put out to kind of hit all the right people. Is there anything else I could really add to that? I mean, you play as like an experiment that's this dude who's made up of like fucking kids playing building blocks.
Float around in orbit.
That float around. When he hits things and kills them, they fly in slow motion, which was pretty cool. And yeah,
it was definitely a showcase for the system power because of all the particles. So
yeah.
Same with Infamous. So
definitely. Yeah. So that was Knack. That's the end of the episode. See you guys later. Yeah, I'll just jump into this one first. Or did I jump into the last one first? Chris, what did you think of Knack?
Well, I played all the way through to chapter 6-2.
Fuck.
Apologize for the throat clearing.
And at first I was really intrigued by the game. I felt like the cutscenes, though, were renders from Mega Man Legends, just up-resed slightly. They have that art style to them.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Knack, as an in-game, has a little finer detailing to it. So it's felt very mismatchy to me. But as the story progresses and as the game goes on, the little abilities that the game is kind of highlighted in all of the videos for it of breaking down and rebuilding and things like that became very linear within the storyline. If you aren't at certain parts of the story, you can't rebuild yourself bigger than what you already are. Or there's at one point you're in these caves and you can bash the ice to rebuild your body from ice, and I never came across ice again to do that ever again. Later on you get wood to do that, but it's only for one section. And then there's another section where you can't get through laser beams and you shrink down to this glass version of yourself, and outside of that you can't press the button to do it again. It doesn't even give you the option.
This is so hard not to jump in.
Huh?
This is so hard not to jump in right now because fucking I'm feeling you so hard right now.
It's like they took all these cool ideas and just threw them in little tiny sections of the game, and you can't access them ever again. It's very disappointing for what game that was hyped up to be such this cool ass game.
Yeah.
I mean, I kept playing it, but I'm not sure if that was out of necessity. for playing for the month or if I wanted to play it. It's kind of hard to say.
I played on necessity and I had a fucking death wish, man. I hated this game. I don't say that very often with games. I started playing out and like you, I was like, oh, this isn't bad. This is actually better than I thought it'd be. And the further I got into it, I started realizing how lazy this fucking game was. Visually, when it first came out, looked great. And even now, I think it looks passable. But that's about it. I think the character visually is a really lazy design. I think his personality is fucking stupid. I think the characters around him are fucking blank canvases that don't matter. The storyline's fucking boring. The combat is shit because there's not really an AI to the enemies. They're just in the area and they all attack you at once. There's no nuance to the fighting. It's just don't get hit by everyone who's swinging at you at once while you're trying to hit them. So it's just dodging constantly. The dodge mechanic feels like shit. It's really sticky feeling. They're stingy as fuck with the powers. You don't find this shit very often. It drove me nuts. I'm like, this would be a little cooler if like you got to use your moves a little bit more.
Just to add to that specific part, the only thing they do to kind of like alleviate that is even after you die, you keep the gauge.
Sure.
So
I would go through and kill a bunch of dudes, and my gauge would be fucking like almost half full, and I'm like, when the fuck do I get I get like, I was like, who's this game for? I thought it was for fucking kids, but like, it's not fun in the sense of like you don't get to use your cool powers very often. You use them like fucking the goddamn hoodas and fucking Crackdown for Sega. Like you use it when an oh shit hoodah fucking when there's an oh shit situation, you got to fucking hold on to that fucking detonator for when things are getting bad. Because if you use it to go, oh, it'd be really cool if I killed these guys with this cool move, it's gone. You're going to get another one later in the next level. The fucking checkpoints are fucking assholes. I went fucking pretty far into the game, got into a stupid fight. I died like at the third or fourth wave of it. It put me way the fuck back at the last fucking cutscene. I had to watch it again. The game's lazy also with the cutscenes too. There's a dude that was like walking with me through a cave and then he's just not there anymore. And then fucking he'd be there again. And I'm like, they did not try with this, man. They're on a fucking deadline. They're like, we need a fucking family game now that looks good and we need to show off the physics. They did it, but the game is empty, fucking shallow bullshit. Yeah, like I said, I started out going like, whoa, fuck, maybe I was wrong. I thought this game just looked like, whatever. And I started playing, like, it's kind of fun. And like 5 minutes into it, I started noticing some things. And the further I got into it, I was like, this game is unfair and not in like a, let's make this game hard and challenging in a cool way, but like in a, we don't give a fuck. Just fight the dudes. There's dudes to fight in this area. Fucking fight them. Next area, okay, yeah, fucking fight him. Oh yeah, he has special powers. Let's put this thing in there because they got to use it at some point. It was frustrating. I got to the point where I was just like fucking just not even trying anymore. I was just like, this is stupid. People would hit me. I'm just like, I'm bored of just hitting people, dodging and hitting people, and sometimes getting to use my fucking power up to lame ass fucking almost non-existing AI. Literally, the AI in that game is enemy spawn, enemy attack. And don't get hit. I wasn't happy. It's stupid. Fucking shit game. Hopefully Knack 2 is even slightly better. It'd be a fucking improvement.
Right. So you used a word which I want to reiterate, which is frustrating. I found this game frustrating the whole time I was playing it.
Fuck. So glad I'm not alone on that.
The dodge mechanic was probably the first thing I once I used it, I was like, what the fuck is that?
It's awful.
Yeah, it's really bad. And then there's a weird pause too. So like, because all the enemies just walk in a straight line at you, and you dodge, sometimes it doesn't matter.
And they bunch up too. Like if there's 4 of them, they all turn into this homogenous fucking goo monster of just the same enemy.
And you can't get hit because more often than not, you get one shot, and then you go back to your checkpoint. So.
And there's dudes across the map, and they're always positioned the same. They're always across the fucking map at the end, and you have to fight the group while they're shooting at you. And I'm like, how many times do I have to go into this same scenario where I have to rush around to kill them because they're goddamn accurate too. And it's not because they're good or skilled. It's because the fucking AI is lazy. It's just like, there he is, boom. There he is, boom. I've been dodging, and they shot me in the fucking air. I'm like,
yeah. Well, you walk down or sideways or whatever direction down a singular path with occasional hidden doors to get a treasure chest, which you
Yeah, big ass crack in the wall.
you go to
Donkey Kong
your
through
friends list, and supposedly your friends are giving you treasure, and if you complete enough of them, you get upgrades for Knack.
Man, who's got friends? No one playing Knack.
So, yeah, frustrating, I think, is the key word. At no point in this game was I enjoying myself. The whole time I was just like, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why am I still playing this? Oh, right, I have an obligation. It's one of the few times I felt obligation for playing the game instead of enjoyment for trying something I probably wouldn't have went out and bought. So, yeah, it was quite the disappointment. So.
Yeah, this is my drawn to death fucking Life is Strange of this year so far. I did not enjoy this at all. I started out thinking it was okay, and then I found myself just being annoyed and frustrated. That was my experience. Not with my lack of skill or lack of being able to beat things, but just like there was no fun to be had.
Oh, and to touch up on the family aspect of it, if like I don't know about Chris because he didn't really mention dying that much, but if we're running into stupid situations, dying all the time, you think a kid wants to sit there and deal with that? If I'm getting frustrated, a kid's bored out of his fucking mind.
Yeah. That's all I could think of the whole time. It's like, I always go back to one of my nanny days. Like, my kids, they wouldn't be able to play this. They would be so angry and frustrated.
Yeah.
I died to the easiest fucking mobs. Just the henchmen. Bosses, or whatever, the bosses, they didn't really have a problem with it because the patterns were predictable. It's the fucking mobs and mobs and mobs of stupid enemies.
Yeah,
Killed me every time.
It was that was my biggest problem, man. Was the fucking the mobs that would just kind of fucking suck up together, and then people shooting at me, and I'm just like, how am I supposed to fight the 8-armed fucking blob, man? Yeah. So I'd like run and like kite him out of there. I'm like, this fight is fucking boring, man.
You know what's a good family game? Any of the Lego games.
For sure. That's why they're the Lego games. They do really well. Ugh. Jackbox is fun. I don't know if that's a family game, but I enjoy those.
Yeah. I don't know. So, I suppose we should probably try recommendations on this.
Chris, you can start us out on that.
Crickets.
I could. I had any.
To nobody.
Nobody, huh?
No recommendations. Chevy.
I think if you've played every it's gonna be hard pressed to call it platformer, but third-person action platformer launch title for a system, and you feel obligated to also play this one, give it a shot while it's not free anymore. So borrow someone else's.
Maybe they downloaded it and didn't play it.
Maybe. I'm kind of with Chris on this. I have a hard time finding anyone that I think
Trophy Hunters.
Trophy Hunters.
Yeah.
I think really this game is not enjoyable.
Yeah, if you want to slog through this game for trophies, man, they fucking do it.
So, I mean, I'm sure there's someone out there who thinks this game's great. They're going to show up to the channel. They're going to hit the download button and be like, fuck those guys. But
sure.
Game is too hard for them, bro.
It's the wrong channel for you.
I suffered through it.
So
it's too hard for them. I'm a masochist. I'm okay with this. Which, to each their own. Cool, dude. Just don't, fucking...
Yeah. I don't know, yeah. I have a hard time recommending this as well. I think you would have to just need to have another game in this genre to play, and you just happen to not play this one already. So,
yeah. Recommendations, Trophy Hunters, like we already went over. I think if you want to get some trophies, this is a game that has trophies in it. If you if you watch this channel and you want to know how bad could this game actually be, I recommend it to you. Check it out. If you want to see where games have come from since the beginning of PS4, you can check it out. If you're playing Knack 2 and you really fucking love it, you could check out Knack and see where it came from, and hopefully it got better. If you're playing Knack 2 and you fucking hate it, don't play Knack. If you like colorful stuff and you don't mind shit AI,
I think we're stretching.
Yeah, I'm trying to find somebody. Let me know in the comments. Do you like Knack? Why do you like Knack? Have you played Knack? Don't tell me you like Knack and you didn't play it. Like, you gotta have played it, because it's mostly like a mechanic AI problem. It's not something that's gonna translate visually. I was streaming and people were like, oh man, fucking keep trying, keep going, blah blah blah. Like, oh, you should have dodged. I'm like, dude, play the game, man. It feels like shit. Like, I don't want to. I'm not gonna try. It's dumb. So we're gonna grade it.
Yep.
D fucking minus. D minus. I'm not going F. I'm going with a D minus. I was gonna go a little higher, but then you said something that really kind of fucking sparked it in me. You didn't. You were just frustrated the whole time. You were annoyed the whole time. You didn't find any enjoyment in it. That's my whole experience of the game. I literally spent time not being happy, and that was this game. Any redeeming factors I could throw in there does not amount enough to just the sheer like hour or two I spent in this game just not enjoying my life because of this game. So I'd love to give an F, but I think there's some games that deserve that fucking circle of hell alone, and Knack doesn't make the cut. It's just a lazy game. It was made by people who didn't give a fuck, and I don't give a fuck. D minus. Sucks.
We're gonna agree again. I think D minus. I think it is technically a playable game.
Yeah, it works.
Because with enough butting your head against the wall, you will progress. And it does technically have a story, and you can follow it. And
Professor Light is like trying to get you to fucking take out Waluigi with the fucking the Soul Calibur.
Yeah, and.
Some generic shit.
The main character obviously is memorable, even if he is a lazy design. It's hard to.
It's true
to deny that you would see him and know who he is. So, there's something there, but it's just buried in a pile of crap. So,
that's my biggest frustration with this game is if they fixed like just AI problems and mechanic problems, the game's fine visually. Yeah. If you just fixed the way the game played, like the dodge mechanics, and made the AI a little more nuanced, they already made the game, man. Just fucking
let
fix
people
it.
use the powers a little more often.
Yeah, I mean, real easy fucking fixes, but they're just like, we didn't give a shit, and we definitely don't give a shit now. You guys bought it. Fuck you, Chris. A plus. Best game ever. I love Knack. I have a shirt on right now.
Boom, S.
The coveted triple S. Never before seen or heard of.
I think I'm going to give it the lowest grade I've ever given a game, and that's also a D minus, because it is technically a playable game. Beyond that, though,
get you real far.
Beyond that, it's shit. I think they spent all of the production money and cost and everything into making the fancy tech that made him break apart and rebuild.
That's where all the work went.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to remember that part you just said, and then when you're playing Ratchet and Clank, try to use that excuse again.
Okay.
I'm already putting it out there. I think Ratchet and Clank is going to be better in this game. I think it's easy.
I can guarantee
I do
that.
too.
It's a big, bold guess, but I think it might be. There was one thing about this game I liked, though, but I'm a sucker for it. When you kill the last enemy of an area, they fly in slow motion. And the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, that's nice. I was like, oh, that's cool, too. And I was like, ooh. And then the game got frustrating. I was like,
I did like the idea that when we all found the chests, we could see what each other found and choose different pieces if we wanted to. I could tell where you guys stopped playing because I started finding chests, so I didn't get the options anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense. Probably a barren wasteland after that point.
It was actually a surprising amount for me. It was like 8 or 9 people. So apparently I know people who played this game.
I don't remember this feature at all, so I think I was just alone in this barren hellhole.
I just had you guys, no one else.
I'm pretty sure you were just going like, treasure chest has nothing in there.
Dude. I don't remember half this game. I was just running forward, and I was like looking at the chat, talking with everybody, and I'd look over, and I was dead, and I was like, and I'd run again, I'd fucking kill the dude, and I'd look back at the chat, and I'd talk with everybody. We were like, oh, look out. I'm like, fuck them, dude. I don't give a shit.
So here's my hope for the rest of the year. I hope that bar is at its lowest point for the year because this was a pretty rough month, I think.
This month was not that great, and I don't think Rime is bad. But like I said, I don't want to reiterate again, but like it was just across the board, like it was fine. But fine gets pulled down pretty far by fucking knack shit. Fucking.
I would say with no math here or anything, I'm just throwing this out there. We essentially averaged a D+ for February.
Well, at our end of the year, fucking, what was the best month of PlayStation Plus? I don't think this one's going to make it very far. Or maybe it'll win.
Oh, God.
Just Cause 3. Shout out. That won, right?
Almost Worms.
Yeah.
Just
That was
Cause
fucking
win.
weird. That was a weird one. Go back and watch that. I think we're done here, guys.
I think we were done before we started recording.
Are we? We've had 2 games now where I can't tell if the ending's there or not yet, so I'm not sure if life is ending or not.
They're making it up. They're making it up with this month, though. I'm really excited for both these games. I think they're both gonna be really fun. I already know Bloodborne is. I just fucking can't wait to play more of that. Yeah. Let us know in the comments what you think about either of these games. Let us know how much fun you had playing Shitnack, or how much you didn't have fun playing it. Join the club. Yeah, let's get over this episode of Plus Club on Tasty Loot Gaming. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to check out our other episodes. Check us out on Tumblr, Twitter, and Facebook at Tasty Loot Gaming. Check out the streams at Tasty Senpai on Twitch. If you missed some, they're uploaded. Check Chris out on Twitch at Tasty_fruit. And join the Discord. We talk about a lot of random weird shit there, and we're getting people by the day, or a little close to that. We got like 15, 16 people in there now, which is pretty cool. And yeah, my name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
And I'm Chris.
And I hate Knack. And until the next episode, which will be Tuesday, have a great weekend, guys, and take it easy.
Is it over yet? Did it end?
We're finally done, Chris.